Oh crap! I totally knocked over my microphone. I got way too excited for this. All right. Welcome
That's good.
to
That's good. That's good
Stop
energy.
Interviewing, Start Selling. I'm your host, Philip Meyer. And today, as you could probably tell by our theme, we are talking about Batman. We're talking about Batman. Don't think I'm not a real fan because I have Batman socks. Kyle, show them what you're wearing. What are you wearing today?
I wish I got the Batman hoodie on here.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also got a Batman tattoo on my ass cheek, but I'm not going to show you that one.
I'm even wearing Batman underwear, but I'm not going to show that on YouTube. So, all right. For those of you guys who don't know, usually this podcast is about business and marketing. But today, and for today only, we are doing the Batman trailer recap podcast. Now, for those of you who have seen the trailer, you've probably gone back and watched some other recap videos, which have been about 6 minutes, 7 minutes long, kind of going through things. But today, this is how big of a Batman fan I am, okay? I have 2 pages of notes on the Batman trailer. Actually, it's more like 1.5. Let's go. We may not even get through all of it because I might have to go to bed by the time this thing ends. So, Kyle, welcome back to the podcast. By the way, your podcast episode got more views than anybody else. So congratulations. People love gas station stories. So well done, sir.
Yeah. Welcome to the real world, frontline workers, which, by the way, through all this essential business like shout outs that they've done on the radios, they never once mentioned gas station workers.
Yeah.
They like, get close and then they're like, no.
Yeah.
It is a shame.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're watching this, hopefully you can see my beautiful background that says The Batman. This is literally the new Batman logo, which we're going to go into here in just a second once we start watching the trailer. But what I want to get first is, Kyle, tell me what your first emotion was when you saw this trailer.
Absolutely shocked and very surprised. It was like the funny thing was I was anticipating it like a couple days before it came out. I was like, I want to see what's going on. They have to have been shooting something, and then all of a sudden, boom, on YouTube notification, DC Fandom releases teaser trailer. So I'm like, oh, okay, like teaser trailer. That was a hearty teaser trailer. Yes. I gotta say. And what did I do? I immediately shared it on Facebook and tagged you.
That is why we are best friends and why we're brothers. Because, dude, I was just thinking about the first time. By the way, if you can't see my shirt, I got the Batman muscle shirt on. So, like, it makes me seem like I have pecs, like actual abs, which I don't. It's a little tight. My wife reminded me when I came out, like, she goes, "It's a little tight on you, babe." I was like, "That's okay. Everything's from here down, or from here down, so no one's gonna see how fat I am right now." But no, I was thinking about the first time that you and I had ever really come into introduction with Batman. That was back when Michael Keaton played Batman back in the 80s. And
we were tiny tykes.
Yeah, we were little. Like, in fact, the little rendition of the Batman theme song I did at the beginning was actually the Batman theme song that was used in Batman with
Danny
Michael
Elfman.
Keaton. Good memory, exactly. And I remember running out of the room, like, in my little PJs, my Batman PJs, with a little Velcro cape on it. Those were so dope. And having, like, a pillow with me, and I was, like, drumming on the pillows. It was going. Like, and Dad sitting there watching us. It was freaking awesome. So, but my first emotion when I saw this, keep in mind, like, I know Robert Pattinson. I'd seen Twilight, and he was in some other indie films. He kind of lost his popularity there because Taylor Lautner kind of took over the spotlight for him. And I got to be honest, I was team Jacob all the way with Twilight. But I'm team Edward now because he's Batman.
Right? Yeah, no, I was never really team anything, but after Robert Pattinson got cast as the role, this was like, because it's been in the making for a while. So like about a year and a half ago, that's when this all kind of started. I was walking through a parking lot, and the time my hair was like really short. It was like poofed up, not falling down like it is now, kind of more like that. And some chick was like graffiti in the sidewalk, and she's like, "Hey, you look like the Twilight guy, right?" And this like, yeah, I'm sorry, like this is where I live, right? So she's like, "You look like the Twilight guy."
Some chick was graffiti in the sidewalk as you're walking. Like you said it so casually. That's antelope free people.
it's that gas station life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm walking by, and she's like, "You look like the Twilight guy," and so I thought about it because Pattinson just got cast as the role, and I was like, "So wait a minute, that means I look like Batman." All right, kept walking, like, yeah, you know?
Yeah. Like I got to be honest, when I found out that Robert Pattinson was going to be cast as Batman, I was really, really disappointed, like really upset. But
yeah, a lot of people were like, I felt like I might have to take a road trip down to Hollywood and like burn it to the ground. But yeah, but I was like, yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Because there's a couple actors that you didn't think were really going to do too good. And honestly, in the realm of this, Heath Ledger, when he got the role of Joker, everyone was like, "Oh, I don't see it." Oh my God! Need I say more?
Yeah.
Need I say more?
Yeah. I mean, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. I mean, I remember when I saw him in theaters, he was just incredible as Joker, and he had such a unique take on it because it wasn't like the whole campy, like Mark Hamill voice animated character. It was like this slithering, like legitimately crazy person with the whole like thing going on. And it was almost terrifying because you were like, this guy really is an agent of chaos, and that's what he said throughout the whole movie. So yeah. But without further ado, let's get to the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with everybody. By the way, just a quick reminder, if you're only up to this point in the podcast, thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, okay, for exclusive content that pops up on the YouTube channel. You get notifications when I have a new podcast that comes out. And I hope you guys enjoy this trailer as much as I do. So we're going to watch the trailer, then we'll break it down. Subscribe. Because I'm vengeance. All right, here we go. Can you see the screen right now?
I can see this in Zoom. Yep. Okay, here we go.
All right, I'm going to go full screen for this bad boy. Anytime. There we go. All right, here we go. Feast your eyes. Okay. Oh, hold on. It's starting again. I stopped it. Okay. Oh, wait. I can still hear it in my headphones. Hold on. Let me stop it again because otherwise it's just going to keep playing in my headphones. 1 second.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it the whole time.
Hold on. Let me stop this real quick. You couldn't hear it at all?
No, but I've watched it like 50 times, so we're good.
Oh, okay. So you got it.
Hopefully the audio.
Hopefully everybody at that's watching this on YouTube can actually hear it, because I would like for them to be able to hear the noise. If for some reason you guys can't hear the noise, go on YouTube after this video. Actually, stop watching this. Go watch the Batman trailer. Come back and then pick up from this point. Okay. Don't be stingy. Come back and watch it. All right. Couple things I noticed. Number one, when you watch the trailer, it is literally 2 minutes and 24 seconds long. First of all, can we say thank you
Yeah, like
to
I
DC
said,
for
a
doing that?
really meaty, right? Like I said, like a really, really meaty teaser trailer. Like
Yeah.
that's not what I expected from a teaser.
No, me neither. I mean,
That was a
like,
trailer.
yeah. To be fair, they did release. I think it was on Facebook and YouTube. They released kind of like a blurry shot of Pattinson walking up in the bat suit. They had
Yeah,
like a
him.
slow,
Yeah.
yeah, like a slow pan up with the red background. Like, it looks like the theme is gonna be red and black, as you can tell from the logo on the background here. But yeah, like that was like the real teaser. And honestly, I didn't see enough in that teaser to even think about whether or not this was going to be good. And I still had my doubts about Pattinson. But yeah, so 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Okay, duct tape. Is this going to be important to the movie? Because I was racking my brain to try to think of a villain that uses duct tape or is famous for using duct tape, and I could not think of a single person in the Batman canon that would use duct tape, right? But I've since learned that this is actually the Joker. I mean, I'm sorry, not Joker. This is the Riddler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's the Riddler. Get off the cast list.
Wait,
The
hold
Riddler
on.
and the Penguin.
Before we go any further with this, if you
Okay.
don't want to know who the Riddler is or who the Penguin, because it looks like the Riddler is masked up, we're not supposed to know at this point who that person is. You can go on to IMDb and you can probably continue listening to this podcast to figure out who the person is. But before we move on, spoiler alert: if you don't want to know who the Riddler is, don't listen to this.
Spoiler alert! And honestly, even more of a spoiler. That's not a spoiler. It's played by somebody that even if I said his name, you would have no idea who he is.
Right. I
But
agree.
he comes from a famous family, i.e., the Skarsgårds.
Oh yes. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
brother, the brother of the one of the brothers of the guy who plays Pennywise in It is actually the Riddler.
Oh, okay. That's the reason I recognize that name. Yeah. So if you see him in the film,
well, also I think
you'll know who he is.
I think I'm not sure if he's the dad or if he's related, but Skarsgård. And the first time I heard the name is the guy that plays the doctor in Thor and also the professor in Good Will Hunting. I don't know if those are his kids, but that's where Skarsgård came into. We'll have to look at IMDb for that.
I didn't know that at all. Like that, my mind's blown on that one. So
I mean, there's not too many Skarsgårds, so you can only speculate. But
yeah, I
think he's their dad.
Yeah, but usually when I watch trailers, I'm not paying attention to the cast or the IMDb or whatever. I just want to be surprised.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm sorry. I just went off the deep end. But go back to the duct tape.
Yeah.
And it being the Riddler, he's not really showing his face. Obviously,
he does have a green jacket, though. I noticed that.
He does have the green jacket, and I know I've heard a little bit of people upset, like, "Oh, it doesn't look like the Riddler," and it's like, okay, well, this is a little bit of an unconventional type of Batman movie, which Matt Reeves said that this was going to be a little bit unconventional, going to be darker. I mean, you take the like the Batmobile; it's a muscle car.
Right.
You know, and even looking at Batman's boots when he's before they actually show Batman when he's talking to Commissioner Gordon, they're like work boots. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's not like a fancy superhero boots. It's not like a Tim Burton. It's not a you know, crazy neon light George Clooney-esque type of movie. You know,
Right.
it's realistic. It's as realistic as it can get, and it's super so far super gritty just based off the duct tape in the face. No more lies, and I think that's supposed to be the mayor of Gotham. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Like I watched a couple recaps tonight from what people are surmising that's the mayor, and it sounds like
Right.
based on the no more lies thing, there's probably some corruption going on in Gotham. So what
Of
I'm
course.
thinking is
Of course.
it's a classic motivation of Riddler or whoever this character is with the duct tape. Because again, it's not confirmed that that's the Riddler, but it's got to be a motivation from this person to go, I want to expose corruption in my own way, and that's what my motivation is. Whereas Batman wants to do the same thing historically, but he's going to do it in his own way, right? And they're probably going to come at odds at this. There's probably going to be, I would imagine in the movie, there's probably going to be a point where the brother's like, "Why are you fighting against me? We want the same thing." And maybe that's why he's targeting Batman, because you saw in the trailer, he sends him a card. He directly targets Batman, which also tells me that in this movie, Batman's been around for a little bit, and it's been confirmed by what's the director's name again? I forget.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah, so like it's been confirmed by Matt Reeves that this is like year number 2 that Batman's been in Gotham, which also explains why he looks so young. We're kind of jumping around here now,
Yeah,
but
he does look young.
yeah, but one thing that I was really excited about was, and I wrote this down and I circled it, serial killer feel to the bad guy. Like this feels like a real bad guy, not some campy, freaking wholly inappropriate costume Batman with moose knuckles hanging at the bottom if you're Jim Carrey with the freaking Riddler suit or whatever. But like this,
Moose Knuckles, huh?
yeah,
Is Moose Knuckles the male version of Camel Toe?
yeah, exactly. Have you never heard that before?
I've never heard that before. You moose knuckling mother, like
Don't swear on the podcast, okay?
I did it.
No,
I
no
edited
bad words.
myself.
Yeah.
I edited myself.
You've never heard that before, for real?
I've never heard that before. I've net.
Well, you learn something new every day. There you go. What are older brothers for?
hilarious.
Right, to teach your younger brothers inappropriate concepts. But anyway, so it's not a campy killer. This is a real life serial killer, and really, it gives kind of a Zodiac killer feel because you look at the letter that he gave Batman. Not only is there writing on it, but there's also a cipher at the bottom of the right page. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but people all over the internet apparently have been trying to figure it out. And I'm like, don't try to figure it out. Let Batman do this, right? Did you see that? Did you see the cipher in there?
I've delved a little deeper in that with certain videos, and I will leave that out of it because it's, from what I've seen, it's like I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do it to everybody else.
Yeah. So yeah, but anyway, but one more thing I liked about the trailer is that the song choice is so dope. I mean, it starts off slow and gradually builds into this epic thing, the title card at the very end. But I don't know what song it is. It sounds like Nirvana. Is that who it is?
It is actually Nirvana.
Oh!
I didn't know that at all. Yeah, boom, hey, yeah, he got it right. But yeah, no, I showed my buddy Jared the trailer, and he was like, "What does Kurt Cobain think about it?" And I was like, "Why does that matter?" And he was like, "Oh, because of the Nirvana song." Oh no, can you still see me?
I can see your name. I can't see you though.
You see my name? I went to. No, get out of here, devil spawn.
Is that your cat again?
Oh, Oh,
Oh, there we go.
no,
I
it's not
got
my
you.
cat. I had a notification and I went to go scroll it up, but I
Oh,
touched it and it
yeah.
screwed everything up. But yeah, no, that's a Nirvana song. I forget the name of it. But if you go back to the actual teaser, what would be considered a teaser with Pattinson in the really dark red light with the symbol.
Hmm.
If you listen to the melody, it's like this director Matt Reeves he's playing off of that song because it's like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 and which is kind of the melody of the lyrics. So
Yeah.
obviously Matt Reeves is a huge Nirvana fan and incorporating that with the Batman. So and that's fine. But yeah, no, the way he's worked that song into the end of the trailer is really epic, and I expect to hear that more as the main theme of the whole movie, since that's obviously from the introduction to the bat suit and the trailer that we got. You
Yeah.
know, it's right there. But yeah, it's really good. It's really fitting.
Yeah. I thought so too. The next thing I noticed was when it shows, so like you notice the boots, right? When he comes in his like work boots, it's
Oh
not like
yeah,
a shin high tactical superhero looking boot.
yeah, exactly.
But one thing I noticed was how short the cape is, because usually in comics, like even in this, like you see how this shirt kind of shows the cape being super long, right? And you would imagine that it'd be like
Yeah,
a
he's
flowing,
crouching.
yeah, like you would imagine it'd be like a flowing thing. But from all accounts, what I've heard from like Matt Reeves and some of the other recaps is that it's been confirmed. Again, this is going to be a more realistic thing. So for him to run around with a cape,
Yeah,
like one thing they did in Batman versus Superman that I absolutely hated, but I understood, is they CGI'd the cape most of the time. And so when you see the behind the scenes clips, you see
right.
Batman without a cape. You just see like red dots on his back where the cape is supposed to be CGI'd in. And it makes sense that they do that because you can't have the cape floating around him tripping on it or going over his ears and get caught up on his
Yeah.
ears. By the way, anyone that has ever worn a Batman costume and has jumped off of something to look awesome, the cape freaking goes, and all you see is the ears pointing through the cape, and it looks so stupid. So
Yeah,
that's my theory. Is I think they made the cape shorter on purpose for that reason.
maybe, maybe. I don't. Is it confirmed that it's actually a physical cape,
I don't
or are
know.
they doing CGI? But
I don't know.
we'll
If
have
it's
to figure
CGI
that
though,
out.
I don't want to know. Like because now like I can't watch Ben Affleck as Batman because I go, that cape's not real, bro. Michael Keaton never did this crap.
Yeah. Hey, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton coming back in the Flashpoint movie.
Okay, I didn't know that. Hold on, we'll talk about this afterwards because I don't want to get too far off track. But that's dope.
Right. Okay.
Okay, be still, my beating heart. It's about time they made a Flashpoint movie. Get on it, DC. Don't let Marvel push you around. All right. Uh,
Oh wait, hold on, hold on. I
okay.
got something to say.
Okay. What are you gonna say? Don't show your abs. Oh, how dare you! You're wearing a Marvel comic
Marvel
shirt
Comics.
under your bed. That's blasphemy, sir. That's like you
I
working
feel
at like
best about.
McDonald's and you're wearing a Burger King shirt underneath.
At one time, I was working at Togo's and Mr. Pickles. It's a true story. I'm known to be a double agent.
He's a he's a double agent of sandwiches and ice cream. Oh my goodness. All right. Commissioner Gordon, not a white dude, oddly enough. I forget the actor's name, but like I've seen him
Oh,
in.
okay.
Yeah. Say what
God,
you're gonna say.
I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I can't either.
Absolutely phenomenal actor.
Yes.
I was like, "Where's my phone? Let me look at." Oh, I'm looking at my phone. Um, and actually, that was the one reason I wanted to actually write down the cast list, just so I had his name.
I can look it up. I have my phone. Hold
But
on.
his name, regardless, I have like 3 or 4 TV shows that I watch. One of them is Westworld, and he plays the character Bernard in Westworld, and absolutely phenomenal actor. And when I found out he got cast as the role, I was elated.
Yeah.
Absolutely elated. And
his
then
name
just
is,
seeing him so far.
So his name is Jeffrey Wright. That's the actor. Yeah. So if you've seen Hunger Games,
so easy. It's so easy. Oh no, I haven't watched Hunger Games. I don't really like Hunger Games. It doesn't tickle my fancy. But Westworld on HBO, do yourself a favor. That will actually like literally it confuses you. It's so good.
Yeah.
You know, and it's something you have to watch a couple times to really figure out how magnificent it is. But Jeffrey Wright's character in Westworld, absolutely amazing. To see him as Commissioner Gordon, and our first non-white Commissioner Gordon, there couldn't be a better choice for the role. And even seeing him just in the trailer, it opens up with his voice. As soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, I love this movie.
Yeah.
Already. And,
it's definitely a different take for sure. And I feel like a lot of people are going to freak out about it. But here's the thing. When Marvel's Avengers came out, Nick Fury in the comics is a white dude. And then he's played by Samuel L. Jackson. And now he's Nick Fury. Right. Everybody believes he's Nick Fury. So to me, like, I don't.
Hell yeah. I'd rather.
Yeah.
What do you want? You want Samuel L. Jackson or David Hasselhoff? You know, I'll take Samuel L. Jackson.
You just see Nick Fury running in slow motion all the time, just like flipping his hair around and stuff.
Right. Nick Fury we got now is like, I'm sick of these Hydra mothers on this mother Avengers plane.
On this Quinjet. Sorry. It's like, just shoots him.
On this Quinjet. No. Yeah. No, absolutely good role. Side note, Idris Elba, James Bond.
Dude, I have been a champion of Idris Elba for a very, very long time. I think he's massively underutilized in Hollywood because he's just a fantastic actor. So yeah, I hope to see him as James Bond. I think he'd be amazing. Let's talk real fast about the first time that you see Gordon, he's walking down the hall and he's surrounded on either side by cops, right? Obviously the GCPD, right? And it's interesting because I didn't notice until the 10th or 11th time I watched this trailer, the cops are looking at the camera like directly. And they're giving a look of like disgust, confusion, abhorrence. And I'm like, what are they looking at? I'm like, oh, they're looking at Batman because Batman's walking behind Gordon. And that's the perspective that we get is the cops are looking at him with complete disdain.
I didn't think about that at all.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That is true, super crazy.
So there's obviously some. Sorry, I cut you off there. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Okay. So I was going to say that
visualizing in my head.
Yeah, I was just going to say that there's obviously some disdain between GCPD and between Batman, especially since this is probably his second year. They probably don't.
And also, if you cut into like it's later in the trailer, and it took me a couple times to realize what was going on because it gets really dark as DC movies do, like brighten us up. But like Batman's like fighting a whole bunch of cops in like a jail in the jail, and Gordon pushes him against the cage, and that's more towards the end of the trailer. And maybe that has something to do with that. Maybe like that probably happened. Obviously, trailers don't give you a like a chronological basis. Like this could have happened here, this could have happened here, but they could have happened anywhere.
Yeah.
So, but I think maybe that fight or that tumble where Batman started beating the crap out of all these cops, and Gordon actually grabbed him and was like, "You need to calm down." And obviously, Gordon wouldn't stand up to Batman in a fight.
No.
So maybe it was just the fact that Batman heard his voice and was like, "Okay, it's Commissioner Gordon."
Yeah.
Well, I gotta calm my ass down.
Like I actually watched that scene a couple times and I tried to pause, play, pause, play, pause, play, and go frame by frame. And it's interesting because you don't really see Batman throw a punch, but he definitely pushes one of the officers. And I think that that's what starts the whole.
Oh,
he starts going.
It's a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah, but
it's seriously a mosh pit.
Yeah, and what that tells me too is that once again, this is a younger Batman. He's probably not as mature as we've seen like Ben Affleck, where Ben Affleck's Batman was like at the end of his rope. He'd been in Gotham for 20 years or whatever by his own admission when he's talking to Aquaman and Justice League. And he this one he's
Which
probably
I love,
not.
By the way, I love Ben Affleck Batman. I don't care who.
Yeah, I don't think he's bad.
Batman.
I don't. But one thing that I noticed about this and what I was thinking about is because, like, I'm 33. You're 31 now, or you're going to be 31 soon.
It's almost there. Almost.
Yeah, September 21st. Send Kyle a present. Anyways, but one thing I noticed is that when I work with,
I don't have friends anymore.
Yes, you
so
do.
Please do send me a present.
You get me. Just fly out to Idaho. We'll go golfing. That's what we'll do. Actually, no, because it'll be snowing by then. So, but what it made me think about was people that I've worked with that are like in their 20s or like early 20s that just get so volatile. I think because of Batman's already pent up aggression and pent up rage from losing his parents, and then this is the second year as the vigilante in Gotham City, he's probably got a short temper. And when he sees corruption, he probably sees it in GCPD as well. And that's probably what causes this whole like outburst of anger and emotion. And so I can't wait to see that interaction because it kind of reminded me of Watchmen, because Watchmen was like that too, where it was like you weren't used to seeing superheroes in that format where they're like arguing, they're swearing at each other, right? And it just becomes a more realistic interchange. So I'm really interested in
like the show or the Zack Snyder movie?
No, I'm sorry, the Zack Snyder movie.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. But jumping back, guys, we're gonna be all over the place during this thing, so just hang in there, baby. So it looks like in one of the scenes when you're looking around the room in this new crime scene that Gordon's reading the Riddler's note, you see a whole bunch of newspaper clippings with the word lies written across it. But I zoomed in on one of the shots and it said, Dawn's done it again. And then one of the other clips was King Dawn. So I would imagine that this Dawn guy is probably the guy that's running for mayor or probably some kind of a high politician. It's not very clear from what the trailer shows. And I didn't want to look too far into it because as these things have a tendency to do, within the next, 5-6 weeks, 3 months, whatever, we're going to get people all over Facebook with spoiler alerts, and they're going to show stuff and behind the scenes footage. And I'm like, don't show me that stuff. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised when I go in and get fully immersed in the movie.
Yeah, I don't share that trait. I always got to know.
Yeah, exactly. And then there, on the note itself, on the left-hand side, it doesn't show it super clear, but you can make out the words, what does a liar do when dead? So that's probably the first riddle that Batman's going to get within this Batman universe, which is pretty exciting. And that's probably what the cipher is. That's probably what the answer is at the bottom, I would imagine. Just my thoughts. What do you think?
Well, what does a liar do when dead? They do nothing. So, that's hard. I mean, look, there are really good riddles, and I don't want to say too much off the riddles because, like I said, I've watched some videos, and I don't want to give credit on your podcast to anybody else's channel.
Oh, go ahead.
To say I don't mind that at all. I would no. I would have to say that, but there's it's very comic booky, and it's something I don't quite understand. But there's a lot of So there's a big theory that what's happened with Bruce Wayne, because they say, why is he targeting you in the trailer? Like you become quite the celebrity, but why is he writing to you? there's an organization in Gotham that's called like the Owls, or it's something that's similar to that. It's
Yeah,
in
the
the
Court
comic
of
books.
Owls.
Like the Court of Owls. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah. But the Wayne family was not one of the families that actually had all the wealth that portrayed in the Court of Owls. So they think that's a big factor in why Bruce Wayne is being attacked. So obviously, this Riddler that we have in this movie knows probably more than he needs to.
Yeah.
He probably could come out and exploit Bruce Wayne, but he's gonna toy with him and play games, and of course, he's gonna get burnt. You know why?
Why?
Because he's vengeance.
Yes. We're going to get to that part in just a second because I wanted to go over something really cool too. So this is also the first scene that we get a full look when Gordon turns to him and he says, does any of this mean anything to you? We get our first full look in full lighting of what the Batsuit looks like. Scale of 1 to 10, because you and I have seen our fair share of Batsuits. We've seen Michael Keaton's. We've seen Val Kilmer's. Unfortunately, we've seen George Clooney's. Piss off, George Clooney, with your freaking nipples. And, and then we went from that to seeing Christian Bale Batman in Batman Begins, and then we saw the evolution in Dark Knight, and then of course we have Zack Snyder's version of Batman, which really kind of took after the Dark Knight Returns comics. It has a more huskier feel, but this one obviously smaller, and maybe it's just because he's younger. He hasn't fully yoked out yet. He hasn't fully reached his potential. But the first thing I noticed, and I think this is just my opinion, of course, and you may disagree with me. Let me know if you do. But I think they missed an opportunity here. And what I mean by that is in the movie Deadpool, they gave him actually white eyes. Everybody said it wouldn't work and that it would be stupid because the comics have white eyes. There's no way. It worked, though. It looked great. So I was thinking, why can't they give Batman the white eyes and just don't worry about the makeup stuff at the end, which we'll talk about later on, too? What do you think? Am I way off base on that? Do you agree with me?
Way off base, for sure. I don't agree with
Really?
that. They shouldn't give Batman the white eyes. Yeah, no, they should have, because it's another one of the things that people have been talking about. It's like, oh, Batman looks like he's emo, and it's like because of the dark makeup. Oh, sorry, I realized I was wearing those apocalypse glasses. But
that's right. You look
but
dope.
Batman's got like the dark makeup in here,
the
and
dark.
He's got like
right here. Yep.
The hair, Yeah, and everyone's like, why is Batman trying to look like... And I kid you not. A lot of people on Facebook have been like, why is Batman trying to look like the Winter Soldier?
I haven't heard that yet, but I'm sorry I have.
Okay, and so I was talking to someone on Facebook, and I was like, okay, like, have you ever been Batman for Halloween? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, dude. So, you and me,
what a loser!
Competed.
He's never been Batman.
Right?
That dude
never been Batman. But no, so you know as well as me. Like you got the holes in the eyes, right? So it's about like that much exposed.
Yeah.
And that has to be painted black to mesh with the mask. Right. Even to the point where you get it on the eyelid, and then the mask is complete. It's like, because everything blends.
Yeah.
And in fact, actually, the last time I ever got the eye makeup going was when I did the Batman Dub Smash special.
I remember.
Yep. I'll have to drop a link to that in the comments below here.
Yes, do that.
But after I did that, I didn't have like Halloween makeup. I had like makeup with the girlfriend I had at the time. So like I couldn't get that off of my eyes for like 2 days. So at work for like 2 days, everyone was like, "Bro, why are you wearing eyeliner?" And I'm like, "I'm not." Like,
Yeah.
and everyone, hey, man, what you do in your own time? That's cool. And I'm like, God damn it.
Dude, how funny would that have been if you just like looked at him in all seriousness? And you, like if they're like, "You wearing eyeliner?" And you're like, "I hate my parents." Anyways,
Boy,
yeah. So
what the hell are you looking at?
don't say it. Don't. You're gonna be kicked off YouTube. Don't finish that sentence. All right. Shout out to The Green Mile. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. All right. No, I can't stop thinking about that clip that you started me almost freaking cry. Let's get back on track. Holy crap, we're gonna be doing this forever.
All right, what were we talking about?
All right. I have no clue. Oh, we're talking about oh, I hate you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my let's take a quick break. Let's go to our sponsors. Oh wait, I don't have any. Moving on. All right.
We don't have any.
Yeah, we don't have any sponsors. We're talking about the bat suit. Oh jeez.
So when you want to get your eyeliner off, Rob Pattinson, Cottonelle, soft wipes. Oh.
Okay, I'm so sorry, everybody.
I gotta gear up.
Yeah, there you go. Gonna hit my chest a little bit. Show the Batman symbol again. All right. Yeah, we're talking about the bat suit, right? So, like, the chest piece doesn't. I'm still laughing.
All right, hold on. Wait, okay, so.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Right, it's good.
So the chest piece
We're
doesn't.
talking about
The first time we see
when they're
the.
Right, yeah, and when the shot up with the chest, and then
yeah, we were talking about the eyes, right? So yeah, so the cowl. But the chest piece itself doesn't look like it's an actual bat. Like it looks like it's like a tactical thing that maybe accidentally became a bat. I don't know. I don't know what the whole story. Like I really want to find out. Like, and I hope they go a little bit deeper into this about what the bat suit is and why does it look that way, right? Because I mean, I see you smirking, and I know what you're thinking about. But anyways, like, but no, I hope they go deeper into that. But moving on from the bat suit, look, unless you want to talk about, if you do it again, unless you want to talk about anything about the bat suit, go ahead. What's your thought on the actual bat suit?
No, it looks like it's oh good. I have a graphic design here. It looks like it's a little bit more like cockeyed up here and here.
Yeah, you can see right here.
So, oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. So it does look like it's like kind of like a pull away. Some people said it looks like a firearm, but I'm like, I don't know. I mean, this version of Batman, like the way he beat the crap out of the guy in the trailer, maybe it could be, but I don't know. It's more like a battering. I don't know. It might be a bat device, and that might be really cool to see that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, so we go from that to seeing the bat suit. We go into the clip outside where it looks like the first commissioner is there, because I don't think Jim Gordon is the commissioner at this point. I think from what my sources have said is that he's just like a sergeant or like a lieutenant or whatever.
He looks like the guy that looks like the commissioner looks. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the cast list. But he looks like the guy that plays Hazel in the Umbrella Academy. I think it's the same guy. He kind of is like a John Goodman type of feel, but it's obviously not John Goodman.
Yeah.
You know, the guy with the glasses. He's sitting there at the podium, and I guess we'll see what comes for him. But
Yeah. But then you cut from that to this. I mean, it's obviously Bruce Wayne, Batman, Robert Pattinson, with the bandana over his face because COVID.
yeah, I haven't
Just kidding. It's not
really
because of
figured
COVID.
that out.
But I think he's got the bandana
Nope.
because obviously Bruce Wayne's a very recognizable character, and it'd probably look weird if some dude just had like eye makeup around. But it doesn't look like when he puts on the helmet for the motorcycle, he just rides off. Like I was like, that's actually a really good disguise, and I don't think people appreciate that as much as I probably do because not only has, I mean, like he has to disguise himself outside because you can't see Bruce Wayne at every place that Batman just was. So he's got to have something else. So he's probably riding around a motorcycle. He's got the helmet on. He's got the bandana over his mouth to cover up his face. And obviously with the black makeup, it does cover up a lot more of his face than a lot of people were expecting. So anyways, all you people saying he looks like the Winter Soldier, where's Robert Pattinson trying to be Winter Soldier? Shut it, okay? It's not the Winter Soldier. It makes sense if you think about it. Stupid.
You've never been Batman for Halloween,
right? How dare you? You've never had to go through the embarrassment of opening up your sunroof and jumping in as Batman, have your cape fall over your face. You don't know what that's like. No clue.
You don't have any idea how hard it is to turn your head and look to the right or left with that cowl on.
Okay, so that's actually another thing that I was looking for in the trailer was like
it's so hard.
It's very
so hard
difficult.
to do.
It's very difficult, yeah. Especially when you're trying to back out of a thing. I remember one time you and I were in the car together. We were both dressed. See, guys, you're not a real Batman fan until you dress like Batman next to your brother who's also dressed like Batman. You have the same exact costume with very minor differences. But you're both sitting in the car. I'm sitting in the driver's seat. Here's Kyle, a.k.a. Batman. Batman's go. And we just drive.
Yep. Just some fucking excuse me. Sorry.
Oh.
My bad.
You're okay.
Kids,
don't say that word.
Learn how to edit. Unless it's interesting and you want to.
No, it's fine. But anyway, so that was something I've looked for in the movie because the only movie to get that right was Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight with Christian Bale. And they actually addressed it with Lucius Fox when he's like, oh, you want to be able to turn your head? And he's like, it sure make backing out of the driveway easier, right? So it makes sense that Batman can turn his head because it's just a helmet, right? That's like, why does it have to be attached to your neck? And then they go to Batman versus Superman, and then you have Ben Affleck as Batman going back to the whole robotic turn thing, like he's dancing. Right? But so I hope that in this Batman that's not the case. I hope that they somehow address that or make it less obvious than they have in the other Batman movies. That's my only gripe about previous movies. Real quick, we also don't see Alfred, but we hear Alfred. And for those of you who don't recognize the voice of Alfred, it is in fact Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
It's Andy Serkis, the man, the myth, the legend from Lord of the Rings, Planet of the Apes. This guy's incredible.
Precious.
Yeah, could you imagine Batman coming in?
Yeah, right. Can you
imagine?
Oh yeah, he was in the MCU. Oh, Gollum coming in as.
Oh, he was in Marvel. He played what is his name?
I forget his name. The guy who he smuggled Wakanda
yes.
vibranium.
Yep, he was the dude with the robotic arm that shot the thing or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in Age of Ultron though is when he got his arm chopped off by Ultron.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did. Yep. So, but it is Andy Serkis. That's been confirmed. It is going to be Alfred. That guy can play anybody. So I have full confidence in him. I think it's going to be an interesting take on Andy. But the only thing you hear him say is, "You become
Mm-hmm.
quite the celebrity, right? He's talking to Bruce,
That's
obviously.
who says that. Okay, yeah, I was trying.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out who said that.
Yep.
But why is he talking to you?
Yeah, exactly. So then we see the Batcave, right? We see what looks to be a very preliminary Batcave. It looks super I mean, obviously there's a whole staircase that's coming down, which looks like a pretty grand staircase to be a cave. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe that, because I mean that's always been part of the Batman lore that I've been like super interested in is how did the cave happen? Because some movies show Batman accidentally falling in as a kid. Some of them show him being in the freaking waterfall when they walk in. Other comics show it as like a satellite office almost, where it's not even attached to Wayne Manor. And from what I've heard, it sounds like this isn't really attached to Wayne Manor. It sounds like it's somewhere else. But the staircase says otherwise. So who's right? I don't know.
I'd have to go back. I'd have to go back and look at that part with the staircase because there's so much detail that's thrown at you so fast with the trailer. But far before the trailer, a lot of the groups, excuse me, on YouTube that I follow, which claim to have insider information, and honestly, I believe them because a lot of stuff with like Avengers Endgame and Infinity War was kind of right on par. But supposedly, spoilers, if you don't want to know, leave. If you haven't left already, I don't know why you're still here. Hi. But they say that Wayne Manor is supposed to be kind of more of like a Rockefeller in the heart of Gotham, like condensed mansion, and the Batcave is a warehouse on the outskirts. So there's like some type of underground passage that Bruce Wayne will have to take to get to and from. And it's not necessarily true, but it's a very likely plot point. So I'm not sure, but it seems like the way they're going, it might check out. But it'd be weird though because Wayne Manor's always been like on the outskirts itself. So to have like them separated, it's like here's all the crap hole of Gotham, and here's Wayne Manor, and then Batman just like comes in and just like kicks butt, But now they're like, oh, it's this mansion right here. All this crap's happening. Bruce Wayne's like, hold on, let me dip out.
Yeah, which then begs the question: how does Batman get in and out of the mansion without being seen? Right, because if he's in the middle of the city,
well, yeah, exactly.
Like he's not gonna be able to come and go unless it's like in secret. So I don't know. Maybe he's got some kind of like Bill Gates mansion thing where he's got like secret entrances and like tunnels under the city or whatever. Like,
hey, Bill Gates.
Yeah. Your face is freaking hilarious right now.
No, I hate that guy.
All right, so we went from so now we're at the funeral, right? It cuts to the funeral. It shows Bruce Wayne young, no makeup on. He's obviously got some longer hair, right? And this is the first shot of Robert Pattinson just without any makeup, without the batsuit, obviously confirming that he's a younger Bruce Wayne than we're used to seeing. We see a car come smashing in, right? Comes up. There's a whole bunch of stuff written in the car. I couldn't watch it close enough to decipher what it was. I didn't really want to because I don't want to spoil it on myself either. But then a guy gets out. He's got a cell phone taped to his hand. He's got some kind of a device around his neck. It almost looks like a trap from Saw or something like that. But then he's got another note attached to his chest.
Yeah.
He has a note attached to his chest.
The Batman.
For the Batman, right? So yeah, I thought that was interesting because it's like, okay, number one, why would he be, because like a lot of people have kind of guessed and hypothesized that Riddler knows who Batman is because he obviously knew that Bruce Wayne was there and he knew that Batman would be there too. Or is it because, according to the pictures and the flowers, that this is actually the mayor's funeral and of course Batman would get the message? So who knows, right? I'm hoping it's the latter because I hate the idea.
Well, yeah, Bruce. Hoping that's the latter because Bruce Wayne would be a hierarchy in an elite of Gotham. So naturally, he should be there. He's a money holder or on the what's the owl
The Court of Owls.
Court of Owls. Yeah, he would be Court of Owls or not, but
yeah,
it would be nice to know that the Riddler doesn't know who Batman really is or who Bruce Wayne really is. Mm-hmm. But you could see them playing that card. But yeah. I mean, it's like then at that point, then like as a villain, you're just teetering with, something you could have already beaten or whatever.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it too. I really, really hope and I pray that that's not the case. That Riddler doesn't know that Bruce Wayne's Batman because, dude, that would disappoint me greatly because. Like I don't know. I won't get on a tangent about how I feel like superhero movies are so quick to reveal who the superhero is to their family or their friends. Hashtag Spider-Man. Freaking A. Just keep your freaking mask on. Stop taking it off. But then we go to Catwoman. So Catwoman confirmed in the movie, from what I've heard from what the director said, according to DC Fandom, this is not the Catwoman that we all know and love. Like this is a very preliminary Catwoman and probably the first stages of her professional career as a professional thief. And her costume shows that, right? So it's just a cutout mask here with a hint of the tattoos. Yeah. So it doesn't look like she's quite got the identity down to Catwoman, but it's very clear that she and Batman meet eventually in this movie because there is a clip of Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, who plays Catwoman, actually fighting. And it looks like Batman knows what he's doing. He's obviously very well trained, as is she. So that's going to be the start of the relationship, which will be interesting to see that too, because other than Batman Returns, which is also Michael Keaton and Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer. Yep, as Catwoman.
That white gold.
That's. I forgot all about that song. Yep. That's the only real.
Michelle Pfeiffer is mentioned in so many songs. It's like what?
She is.
She keeps getting dropped.
Yeah, but don't pretend you didn't have a crush on her when she was in that movie, though, because I know I did. Like a long time.
I had a crush on her when I landed the role of Demetrius in The Midsummer Night's Dream in high school, and I watched the movie, and she played Queen Titania or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang, fine, fairy queen.
Yeah. So actually, I take that back because that's not the only movie that you see Catwoman, and you also see Anne Hathaway as Batman in The Dark Knight Rises with Tom Hardy as Bane. Those are lovely, lovely shoes. That's a lovely, lovely voice.
My favorite part of the movie was when Anne Hathaway got on the motorcycle and it was Rome.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine you're in there, like you're watching that part of the movie. Mom comes walking in. What are you watching? It doesn't matter what I'm watching. What matters is my plan. Anyways.
What matters is your next move.
Yeah. All right. So, but we do see. But we do see Catwoman, and at 1:18 into the trailer, we also see the first shot of, and I didn't know this until you told me who the actor was that plays Penguin, but this is in fact Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
It's Colin
Farrell.
Farrell. Unrecognizable.
I know. I've taken a couple good looks at it, and I'm like,
yeah. I was like,
maybe.
I was like, I'll take your word for it, because they made him unrecognizable. And right at this point, too, in the movie, there's also a quote that's said by, I don't know if this is said by him or if it's said by the Riddler, but it says, "If you are justice, don't lie. what is the price for your blind eye? Well, okay, it's got to be Riddler because it's rhyming. Penguin's not going to be saying that, right? But, well, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will.
It sounds like the Riddler. It sounds like kind of like the same. Wow, it was the same voice, but
yeah. And then we see at 1:20, I thought this group of bad guys must have something to do with the Joker because they have the white face paint, the clown makeup, or at least one of the guys does. But if you look closer at the trailer, not everybody has the same design. One of the guys has a white face with a cross on his forehead. Another guy has only half his face that's covered, which, according to the recap I watched, maybe this is a homage from some of these entry-level thugs to Two-Face and maybe to Joker. So maybe these two people actually exist. We just haven't seen them yet. Maybe they're going to be mentioned somehow in the film, or maybe this is just a little Easter egg.
I'm sure with the universe that Matt Reeves is going, we already have the Riddler, Catwoman, and the Joker, or not the Joker, sorry, the Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot. He's not listed as the Penguin. He's listed as Oswald Cobblepot. So we have those three. So I'm pretty sure we're getting into that more comic booky. We're gonna have multiple movies and these characters introduced.
Yeah, I really hope that's the case because I want to see more. Like already from seeing this trailer, I want to see more of this Batman universe. Like I don't care about any other Batman universe. I want to see more because it's super, super intriguing. It's so different from what we've seen before. But then we come from that. We go to Batman fighting in the police station. He's fighting against the cops. Then we go to 1:26. We see Batman fighting with Catwoman. We talked about that. Batman's got moves. Obviously, Catwoman does too. Then we go to 1:31. And this is the part that I thought was interesting. I didn't notice it until I watched it right before this podcast. But the funeral, where the funeral was held, the same place, the same car, the same destruction, all the chairs pushed over or whatever, Batman is in the same funeral place and the car's not moved. So this isn't a couple days or a week after, because that would have been moved by GCPD, but this is like probably within the hour. So Bruce Wayne probably left from there, went real quick, grabbed his makeup kit, put it on, put the mask on, whatever, got ready and went back in there to go take care of business. And that's also when you see an explosion, Batman's flying backwards like this in dramatic fashion.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I haven't really.
That's the same background.
I've been confused about that. And that's when there's the line, "Your blind eye." He's like,
yeah. Yeah. But then you get to my favorite part of the trailer, and that's at 1:33. Batman kicks this dude's ass. Like the guy asks him, "What are you supposed to be?" And then it cuts to Batman walking forward slow with that Batman like strut kind of. The dude has a baseball bat. He swings. He gets caught. The guy tries to punch Batman in the face. Batman goes, block, grab, block, hammer fist to the face, punch, punch, break your arm, punch, punch, punch. Dude falls down. Batman walks up slow and is like, oh, he's still moving. Blah, 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 and just stops him. It cuts back to the guys, and everybody's like freaking out. Batman says my favorite line that any other Batman has said: shout out to Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman.
Oh yeah.
And in my opinion,
Batman, for
in my opinion, the only actor that I feel comfortable saying is the true Batman. He says, "I'm vengeance," and it does not sound like Robert Pattinson. And that's the cool thing is in Christian Bale, you notice you had the voice where he's like, and nobody could understand him, right? But then you cut to Ben Affleck. Yeah. Oh, hey, buddy, come here. Here's Odin. He wants to say hi to you real quick. You want to say hi? Say hi, Uncle
we
Kyle.
got a cameo.
Say hi.
Hey, buddy.
Are you going to bed?
What's up, my dude?
Here, buddy.
No?
Here, buddy,
Batman.
He can't hear you. I've got my headphones in.
It's a new Batman.
Love you, buddy. All right. Anyways.
Oh, she hear me.
So, but we got a line directly from Kevin Conroy because he says in the cartoons, he says, "I am Vengeance. I am the night.
Vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Batman. I'm Batman. Freaking awesome. So, but then like you had Ben Affleck, who had a really unique take on the Batman voice, but still not my favorite rendition of it, where he's got the voice modulator and it's like Batman. Kind of. I probably did a crappy impression of him, but yeah.
I know what he says is like, Friggin' Bear, Buffalo, Friggin' Bear, Buffalo, Friggin' Bear. It was like, it's like, nah. That's not, and tell me that's not what he said.
That is what he says.
It's similar to that.
Yep.
It's Alfred. He's like, he's all pushing through his neck.
That's right, because he's testing out the voice modulator thing, right? Which, I mean, It makes sense in that case because Batman would be recognizing the voice because he's Bruce Wayne. But in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that is, if you're gonna be Batman, have a good Batman voice. Honestly, like you gotta have one that just
either that or like a Pee Wee Herman voice. You know, just sheer intimidation.
No.
But, like, is she with you? I thought she was with you. Like, you know.
Yep, true story. But one thing that you pointed out at this particular point in the trailer is shout out to Adam West of the original Batman series back in the 60s. Like he's got the stitching, and I noticed it right here on the nose. He's got the stitching on the nose of the cowl. So I thought that was really interesting. And a really cool way to do it too without the blue spandex. We're only through page 1, everyone. Look. Oh, you can't see. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, I learned something new. Look at that. It's invisible paper. Look, watch. Can you see me? Oh.
No, I can't see. I can see you now. The Batman. Oh, Alfred, where'd you go? No, you're hiding in the shadows.
First page gone. We only have like a quarter of a page left. So,
my broadcast might move outside.
What's that?
I said my broadcast might move outside.
That's okay. We're almost done. A minute 52. Batman shot at point blank by what looks like a shotgun. And kind of a weird moment in the trailer, too, because you hear some guy go, boom! And I'm like, that's kind of strange. Like, well, why would you put that particular sound?
Oh, I know what that was. That was the weirdest part of the trailer.
Yeah. That was strange.
You know what it was? It was Colin Farrell.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because they kind of they blended it really weird, where there's like a shotgun blast and there's that weird noise, like oh, you know, or whatever. Because you did it better than me, but it shows Batman shooting up through the stairwell, and then it cuts to Oswald Cobblepot driving through the car, and he's like, "This guy's crazy."
Yes,
that noise is him reacting to whatever happened.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, because it took me so long to watch that part of the trailer, and I'm like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
You know, it's really odd.
Like, and that also gives us our first look at the Batmobile, which again, year 2 of being Batman. This Batmobile is going to be very preliminary as well. It looks like a muscle car, souped up. It's got the turbine engine in the back.
I love it.
Looks great.
I love it.
Looks really good. I think, like, for what it is, it looks fantastic. If you forget about all the other Batmobile, by the way, which Batmobile was your favorite up to this point, besides the one that we see in this movie? What was your favorite one?
Besides the one we see up to this movie, I mean that's kind of an easy question. I mean, I would like to think that the Tumbler was pretty cool, but it was kind of like, I don't know. The Affleck one in Justice League was pretty badass. But,
that one's dope.
I mean, I just gotta keep it classic, man. Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
You know, Tim Burton Batmobile, the one that comes down with the like hydraulic shaft. I'm just gonna turn the car around. flame on,
Yeah.
get out. Like
See, I
that's
light this dude on
just
fire real quick and then drive off.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
just
sure.
it's so badass.
For
You
sure. I
can't
agree with
you
that.
can't get any better than that.
So we see him get shot, we see the chase, and then we cut back to minute 53. We see him grappling hook, but the scene before when he gets shot, there's a whole bunch of white-faced goons all standing around him. But if you watch the grappling hook scene, there's GCPD all around him. They're all chasing him. They're shooting at him. So at some point, Batman's going to come in conflict with the GCPD, and they're going to be very serious about stopping Batman for sure.
That might have something to do with what you were saying about the first part of the trailer with all the GPCD looking at him.
Yeah, exactly. Then we cut to the title card. We got the new logo, as you see back here, right? So we got the new Batman logo, just like this. It's got the Batman symbol in there. It's got the Batman, which I like a lot. It's not just Batman, because that's confusing. But I like the fact that they added the in there because it just makes it more epic, right? And then lastly, we cut back. We see Bruce Wayne in the Batcave again. He takes off the cowl, and again we see the makeup again, which they didn't hide that, so that's kind of cool. But then it cuts to it's supposed to say 2021, but you have question marks, which confirms again that Riddler is in there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the trailer for the Batman. So
yeah, exactly. And that's awesome too, because it's obviously 2021, but we just don't know when it comes out yet.
Exactly.
You know, it comes out in 2021. My guess, I'm gonna say it's hard to guess, really, with everything that's going on right now with COVID and elections and world problems. But I would probably say Halloween next year. That's my guess. Halloween next year.
I honestly, I really hope that they take their time with it, because once again, I'm a huge Batman fan. Obviously, you are as well. And everybody knows it now.
But they've already done a lot of. They've done a lot of work, though.
They have.
They already have, obviously.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it comes out soon because I want to go see it. I'm super excited for it. Once again, Robert Pattinson. I had my doubts about him, to be honest, but I see in this, at least in the trailer, anyways. So I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I see the entire thing, because we haven't really seen the acting from Robert Pattinson in this trailer, apart from him running, saving a child, fighting some goon, fighting Catwoman, and then running away from the police department. Like, that's all we see of him.
That's true.
It's a very limited view on his acting skills. But I'm
he said
what
two. He's only said four words, or five.
I'm vengeance.
Because at the end, I'm vengeance, and then at the end, when he's in the Batcave, he's taking the
you're right,
thing off, and he's like, "You're a part of this," and he says, "How am I a part of this?" or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we said 7 words, you know.
Yeah.
And then the voice, or the Riddler, as we could speculate, says, "You'll see."
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah. But we have no real Rob Pattinson.
No,
acting yet.
We don't. But with that being said, everybody. Sorry, go ahead.
Rob Pattinson sure is looking like a badass right now, though.
He is, absolutely. And with that being said, everybody, that is the recap podcast of the Batman trailer. I don't know if I'm going to post another video about the Batman, as big a fan as I am. But if you guys give me the likes, the comments, you want to see more of this stuff, let me know. Obviously, I'm a huge nerd. I love Batman. I don't usually talk about Batman on videos of LinkedIn, which you guys probably know from my footprint here. It's mostly about business or sales. But in this case, I thought it was appropriate because this trailer is one of the best marketing campaigns I've seen for the redesignation of the character Batman. And let's face it, this character's been redesigned so many times, people get sick of him. And people honestly, like with Spider-Man, they couldn't do the same thing. And I think with Batman, they've done a really, really good job of marketing the character and actually getting people excited, like myself, who are huge fans, and really getting people's faith in Robert Pattinson to play this role has been absolutely key. So, anyways, last comments, last questions from you, Kyle, before we wrap up.
Nothing that's really coming to mind here. This is my impression of Joe Biden. I kid.
Don't make it political.
I'm not trying to make it political. I'm just trying to make it funny, you know.
I got you.
No, I will say because I do that. Follow me on my Facebook page if you want. But I wasn't. That's what I was gonna say. I'll try to drop a link for the Batman Dub Smash.
Do that. Yes.
I think you guys might like that. But I am a guest on the Stop Interviewing, Start Selling podcast. My brother is way more serious than me. I'm kind of like a more of like a Steve-O, like a jackass type.
Right. Well, this is the podcast too. I haven't changed it up. This is the same podcast. So.
Yeah. No, like we have intellectual conversations all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But this podcast, you know, is a little bit more in the realm of just us connecting as brothers. But
yeah, agreed.
I gotta say, don't let my demeanor and my slip ups, affect the way you think about my brother, because my brother is actually really awesome. Look at the hair. Like, wait, hold on. Can we get a close up of the hair?
It's beautiful.
Look at that.
Look at that. It's gorgeous.
Mine's going the other way.
Yeah, mine's super gray now though. Even my beard is getting a little bit gray. You can see it there. With that being said, everybody, thank you so much for listening to Stop Interviewing, Start Selling. I'm your host, Philip Meyer. This has been Kyle Meyer. Please check out his other video titled Gas Station Stories when he was on the podcast the first time. And everybody, thank you so much. We'll close with this song. It's from Batman Arkham Origins. Guys, get excited because this movie is going to be so dope. I can't wait. Once again, do not forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you want me to keep doing videos about the Batman. Kyle, thank you so much again, man. Love you. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks for having me. Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.